It's Sasha.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a smoke talk little story session for you guys. It will involve some rose blunt. Today I'm going to have some guests with me.
Laché.
Blue. Big soul, baby.
Alright, and so we are all involved in music. That is going to be the topic of today. We're basically just going to give you guys a rundown of how we started, where we're at, and where we're going. So before we do any of that, we're going to go ahead and light up these rose blunts.
It's my first time hitting that hoe too, so.
Wow.
A monumental moment.
Wow.
Thank you to all my viewers.
Yeah, I gotta get one of these to the lady too. She smells luscious. It smells delicate.
Yeah, how's that smell for you guys?
Smells
Delicate?
very
Can't
delicate.
smell it.
Luscious?
I can't smell it. I got allergies. I smell it.
Smell that hoe? Okay, cool.
Nah, it is flu season though, bro. You gotta be careful out here, bro. Real talk.
Hey, I don't even get flu
Okay.
shots. I've never had the flu.
Now that we got the blunts lit, we're gonna go ahead and start. So, where we started in music, Laché, do you want to talk about what made you start making music?
Originally, what made me want to start making music is Bryson Tiller's album Trap Soul 2015. You know what I'm saying? I was in 11th grade.
Alright.
Classic album.
Okay, good. Good little inspo right there.
And then from
Song
there,
system.
I got to UNT, University of North Texas, which is school for music, surprisingly. Met a lot of people, got involved with some people after my first semester. And then by the name of William, I'm not gonna give his other name, but yeah, got me into recording, and that's where I started making my first songs and music and stuff like that.
Okay. I personally got started in music because of Instagram. I really just posted a little question thing. I was like, ask me a question, I'm bored. And Rshn, this guy that I released my first song with, was like, come through my studio. And I was like, I don't do that, I don't make music, I don't rap, I don't sing. And he was like, well, we're gonna see. I'm really like adventurous, so I went, and now I have a song out called Nice. Check that shit out.
I'm not even gonna front out.
That was what me.
She nice, bro.
Blue. Ooh, I'm nice.
She nice with it, fam. I'll give her props.
Facts.
Not a lot of people think I'm out the gate with it, for
You're a
sure.
little savvy on that, man.
Ooh, savvy. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay, enough hyping me. Blue, talk about how you got started in music.
Mine might be a little longer because I'm a lifelong music lover. I started at a very young age. I'm an instrumentalist at heart. So at 4 years old, I picked up my first guitar. I grew up in the studio with my pops. And actually how I got my name is from that story is I picked up my guitar at 4 and I taught myself how to play it, and the only thing I ever played was blues. So they would call me Blue. So that's really how I started, and then from there I just branched out to so many different instruments and vibes and genres and production and everything in between, and I fell in love.
I like that.
I started getting really into music and stuff like that when I got into high school. Like roughly my 9th grade year, I took interest in band. So just playing different instruments and stuff like that throughout band, and throughout my entire course of going through high school, and having the opportunity to like listen to all the different things that my uncle would every day that we got out of school, from blues to rock and roll to all these different things, and then just it naturally made me fall in love with it. And although I may not be taking it in the same direction that they are, it's definitely going to play a major part in my career as a whole, as far as like with music goes. So I'm a director, by the way. I'm behind the camera. I make sure it sound good.
Okay. Yeah, versatile. What have you done with music so far? Like, where are you at with music right now?
Well, I mean, I kind of was fucking around with big homie Laché on the side over there. He kind of encouraged the big homie to go ahead and just try my hand at it. So I have like a song or two with little brother over there.
It's dope.
Yeah, I mean, it was something different. It was the first time I ever did like really get on the track and rap. I never really saw myself as a rapper because I don't like to do what everybody else be doing. I've always been the weird nigga in the room. So yeah, but other than that, I mean, I'm making playlists that are supposed to transition into being a score for like movies and stuff that I'll make. So like I say, not the same direction, but definitely the same love for the musical passion.
Definitely got your art. What'd you play in band?
I played, well, my main instrument is baritone.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I play,
Yeah.
my two major instruments are baritone and trombone, and then my two like secondary that I like tried to get into in high school was tuba and trumpet. Trumpet was a little hard because I got some big ass lips, and they don't work together.
Yeah,
But
see, I
that
got the little
baritone,
lips. I got the trumpet lip.
oh yeah, so you got it. I was just gonna say you got it all
I didn't know
together.
trumpet lips were a thing. I played sax.
So the wood suckers.
And the woodsuckers.
Woodsuckers.
Goddamn.
Backwards.
Be slurping on them.
So
Listen,
bad. I used to get on the entire woodwind section's ass.
I got a new read like every other week. It was fine.
I got the same
That's what they
mouthpiece
all
for 4
say.
years. Same mouth.
Okay. So Blue, where are you at with music right now?
That's a really complex question for me because I've got so many plans and so many dreams that I'm really trying to put into fruition. So right now, I'm kind of just taking it day by day and creating what comes to heart, working with, you know, the king over there. And Sasha, she got some tracks coming. She got some
I'm
tracks
working
coming.
on
So like,
it.
as of right now, as a musician, I'm just really trying to grow and like basically tone my talents and, you know,
Better grip.
just better grip on what I'm doing, you know, so I can get better and be better from my competition. You know what I'm saying? As a producer, as an artist, as a singer, as a guitar player, whatever it is.
He does a lot.
Yeah.
That's groovy, bro.
Piano, whatever it is, it's just like I'm trying
Versatile.
to, you know, perfect it.
It gave me like real life chills when I first just really heard him get into the guitar. You feel me? It was like watching a master, man.
For real, and he does it so easily. Like
So
it just
effortless.
comes natural. Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. Just trying to grow and trying to network and trying to make the best vehicle I can to take us where we need to go.
Laché, do you want to talk about where you're at with music?
Right now, I mean, I would kind of say, based off of what you've heard from them, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm just kind of like taking it day by day, trying to find out where I am in music. At this point, I'd say I've met at least 30 plus artists, worked with different people. I have my own set goals that I have for myself. I listen to different artists every day.
Tell us the catalog is gonna be crazy.
Constantly evolving my sound. Like I've been told I sound like many different artists, from that of Drake, The Weeknd, Future, Chance the Rapper,
Detail.
Bryson Tiller, many artists. Like, so I don't like to limit myself. I kind of consider myself in the form of Triple X or Trippie Redd. How their styles are so varied and they can branch off into different segues and different sounds within one album or one piece of work. So that's really kind of where I am right now. I'm just trying to expand all that and just become a more well-rounded artist.
I asked you the same question. You know where
Yes.
you at?
You had your music career.
So currently, I mean, I'm still dabbling. I'm finding my voice. I'm finding the sounds that I like to create myself, that I like to be associated with in a way. I feel like I could approach any type of style of music, but I haven't really found specifically which nook I fit best into. I have a song out, like I said, so I mean, there's that, you know what I'm saying? Apple, Spotify, whatever. And also I have a feature out with Rshn, Pierre, who I just dropped a song with, so go check that out. It's called Scraight. And you can get that on Apple Music, Spotify, etc.
Sincerely, Rshn, Pierre.
Sincerely,
Rshn, Pierre.
Next question. Oh, okay. You were talking about you had a lot of goals. So, what are you reaching for in the future? Like, where do you want to be with music? What's the end goal for you?
That's a really good question.
That's a really good question.
That's actually the question.
Hold on, I'm hot.
You sure that's
so I'm
not
just
the
letting you
light?
know. I'm dead ass serious. When I blew it out, it made a color like.
Sometimes it's just because you're right next to this light. I think you.
Oh, Jay, I'm telling you, bro. Hey, bro.
They thought the smoke turned colors, bro.
Yeah, I swear every time I smoke a rose on people, when they blow out the smoke, you're like, is it a little pink?
I see.
My goals as a musician, I would probably say the top. That's as simple as it could get, is the top and nothing less. Because God gifted me with talent and surrounded me with people of talent, and it's just aligning. So like, basically my goal is to just go as far as possible and make this life the best as possible and make the best vibes and impact the world positively with my music or who I work with, or you know, just day by day who I talk to. So, yeah. That's really good.
That is going to be hard for any of us to follow up. He said D-Top, okay.
D-Top, well,
Right,
I was just gonna say,
Exactly.
Drake said at the top it ain't lonely. I mean,
No, it don't have to be.
I'm not lonely now.
At all. Shoot, yeah, I want to take it from there actually. Okay, so my goals in the future, exactly what he said, I vibe with all that, but it's not even just about talent nowadays. And I'm not saying like it's good to have it, you definitely want to have it. But I mean, we look at artists like Cardi B, and it's just like, not to say she's not talented, but she was just kind of a chosen one. Like she just got picked out and pushed, and that's all it takes sometimes. And I feel like I can definitely come up that same way.
The chosen.
Kind of like Blueface, like that's not even talent. He just got chose. Like
I'm coming with talent in the existence.
Oh, facts.
Off red.
Facts.
He is coming up with it. So obviously the same stuff that they say, you know. And at the same time, when I say that I want to be on top, I don't necessarily look at it as a spot. You have to be. It's sort of a mindset within yourself. So I mean, every day people talk about that they want to just be the best artist, and they are down to other artists and other creators as a whole instead of building each other up. And we've heard people talk about this all the time, and you know, the communities, the BET, and just the black community, how we're always oppressing each other instead of helping each other get to where we need. So I just want to be like that helping hand to other people at the same time of being an artist, because I feel like if I'm gonna come up, why not bring the people around me with me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Because if I see talent in you, I see the drive, I see that you want to work, I see that you want to become and change that lifestyle that we're all living right now. Get out of poverty, you know what I'm saying? Get out of just stressful situations that we don't want to be in. I feel like you have to learn to be open, you have to learn to be giving, you have to learn to be accepting and positive as a whole, just to get to that next level. Because if you're not, when you get to that level, you're going to be lonely, you're going to be alone. Yeah, like you said, alone.
What's money worth if it ain't love?
Exactly. So if you're all alone and you cut off people, you know, you broke ties and stuff like this, or I made it on the way there, of course that will come. There's going to be people like that. But if that's all you are in that that facet, and you're just negative consistently, you're not going to see any change. You're not going to grow as an artist truly. I feel like that's what's the most important.
I feel that. I feel like to really make it in the music industry, you have to have a team. Because like people are like always on like, I'm on my own shit, I'm cutting everybody off and staying in my lane. Like, nah, bro, you will never win like that, because you have to have people on your side that you trust, genuinely trust and love, you know,
and
that you would give your last dollar for, and they do.
And that's for any business, like any business, you need a team.
Right.
That's fact.
Yeah.
And especially because I think I was talking to somebody about that earlier. As far as just having the team, I was talking to my girl about that earlier, because I was like, Atlanta is like the perfect example of how the music
everybody
industry should be. I heard a song by Young Thug and Gunna was on it. We talking about like old Thug, and Gunna was on it. Gunna's popping now. It's like, damn, they didn't know at the time, but guess what? The fact that he seen him driving, the same thing that she was saying, he seen that drive, he seen the talent, he seen the potential that Gunna had, and brought him and Baby along with him, you feel me? But like, and I was also gonna say it helps with that team being in different areas. Like I say, I'm not really going in the same direction as y'all are as far as being directly embedded in the music industry, but having someone who's also outside of the music industry being able to, you know, maneuver and have someone to do things on the outside of everything that's going on is
you always want
important.
that connection, for real, 'cause
Right.
I feel like if we have a group of like people, like a label covers many different aspects of music and art. You have photography, people who take pictures of the artists. You have to think of the producers. You have to think of the artists that make covers for their different albums and stuff like that. There are different aspects of the arts that are brought into music that we use that we don't naturally see when we're in music or when we're making music as artists. So I feel like if you branch out as such as a label, which I want to own my own label one day.
He said awesome.
But yeah, I mean, when you think about that, you have to have a team, you have to be connected, because if I have a friend, like per se, who knows videography and production and can take pictures, I don't have to worry about going and paying thousands of dollars for a consistent videographer to do my stuff that's A1 when I got one right here.
And guess what? Just because me and my nigga was moving at the same time, because of how I'm feeling and because of the type of person I am, you ain't gotta pay for it. You ain't gotta look for me to ask you for no bread. You ain't gotta look for me to ask you for nothing, because guess what? Me putting my name on something that he's attached to and he's already somewhere that I'm not, that's gonna propel me to push me to a level either on his same one or above it, so then I can do the same thing and we just gonna keep going until I get to the top. That's how the shit's supposed to go. It's a slingshot, not a, not just the one shot, you feel me? It ain't one of the ones you just fire with one bullet. That's the slingshot effect, my nigga. That shit is facts, bro.
I do the same thing with producing, bro. Like, cause, like, if y'all would have asked me, oh, how much do I owe you? I'd look at you stupid. I would be like, what?
Right.
Like, you expect me to ask you to pay me when I'm trying to express my art as you express your art? That doesn't make sense to me. Now, once we level up and there's people, below us trying to be on the team, that's when you be like, 300 an hour, bitch.
Yeah, if I see something in you, then I might bring you to like make you part of the group. You ain't gotta worry about that. But you gotta show that first. You gotta show that drive. You gotta show that one. You gotta show that trust, that loyalty to a group, to have coordination like that, to have movement to where you ain't gotta worry about this. You just you need 1,000 for this shoe right here. Just pass it on, like, cause you're gonna get it right back when it hits ads and stuff, and you make thousands of dollars off of that.
Right.
Think about it. Like, we're so monotone in our thinking sets. Like, we don't see past the first layer where we just think we're losing stuff or giving money out. You're not seeing the return.
Yeah, right.
Which is gonna be greater.
Tell me, man. When it get to the level that it is, cause like just going off of what y'all was saying earlier, to pull it all back in, the goals in mind, we're all set on one goal of making it to the top. When we make it there, it's no longer about being at the top. It's about everything that you wanted at the top. The money, the not so much the luxury, but the comfort that you might not have now. You feel me?
That peace of mind.
All of the things that those people at the top have, and you want it. When you get there and you get it and you leave. You don't get it and you stay. Because if you stay, then you corrupt yourself. You forget that you came from something that wasn't. You feel me? So now that you have and you are, it's just go right back to the goal in mind.
And now that you have it, you can spread it.
Yeah, that's
give.
definitely.
And the more you spread it out, the better the world will become.
Bob Marley, spread love.
Another question: what are you guys' favorite artists?
That's what John.
It's hard to say just one.
For different reasons. Like it's a lot. Like if you want to go into like hip hop and like straight rap, like you talking like Kendrick.
Yeah,
I like Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick off top. That's for all of the Cole fans, I will say, Cole is definitely like. That's off top. He's number one, but Kendrick is also off top number one. It's just like
you can't compare
the two, bro. There are two goats, bro. It's like
Drake.
Oh yeah, I mean Drake.
I was just gonna say
he has his flaws behind the scenes, whatever like the media.
If you let's look at the music.
Just the music. No,
if you look at the catalog, bro, and look at what they mean to the
Drake's
rap game and to just like the industry in general.
Drake's the god.
Drake is like motherfucking me. Think about it this way: you have Pac and Biggie, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole, right? Per se. Then prior to that, you had all these other rappers that kind of like had their own category. It was mostly about not so much flexing and flaunting their money, but just telling their story, and they were good at it. Sold out box office shows, did box office numbers. That's Drake. Drake literally accounts for all of those rappers that was like. You was either on Pac and Biggie side or you was in the middle with everybody else. Drake is in the middle. Drake is like technically the middle child. Shout out to
Versatile.
Exactly. Dude can put his voice on anything, literally, and it's gonna sell records. It's gonna do numbers.
I like that he's putting on Roy Woods because that boy's got talent.
That's Mike Jackson.
That boy's got talent.
That's Mike Jackson in his voice.
I need him to rise because I'm tired of seeing him in the underground. But I mean, when it comes to like favorite artists. That's probably the most complex question you could possibly ask, because it's like there's so many great figures and so many different genres and like vibrations.
It's very extensive. Yeah, that would take time to answer.
I feel that.
If I had to make it simple, I would just say Kendrick. That's just me. That's just what my mind
I was like,
now.
you could simplify that down.
Yeah. I would say Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
He taught me too much.
That's good. I would say Alina Beres, just because I love her sound.
Shout out
X.
X is definitely.
That's an X, bro. That's my favorite. for the amount of time that he was in the industry till he died.
How?
He was like solid maybe a year and a half in. Like, just lost too early, bro.
Legend.
I want to work with that man.
Me too, bro.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked my guest today, Laché, Blue, Soul, and Sasha. How'd you guys like the rose blends?
It's dope. Very
It's
dope.
dope?
Yeah.
Very good.
How'd it
Yeah.
smoke?
Honestly, that's what I was just about to say. I was like, because that was my first rose blunt.
Okay,
That was my very first rose blunt ever.
Same.
I would like honestly, that hoe hit way better than I expected it to. I thought it was gonna be like
Also
more
smooth.
for aesthetics, but it actually smokes pretty good. It was like basically like I feel like I was hitting a joint, to
I
be honest,
agree.
a really soft and smell good joint.
I agree, because I did
I love
smell
that.
it prior, like when she lit it, like when I got over here, and I don't know if nobody saw me, but I was over here kind of like sniffing.
Oh yeah, he was.
That hoe smelled good. I was over here freaking out with that hoe, so don't like pay me no attention. That's why I sat in the corner, because I'm weird as fuck. But anyway, that hoe smelled good, and it felt like it had a filter on it. Like it was like smooth. It was like
Ooh,
it made you
It
feel
is very
warm type shit.
smooth.
Like
I love them.
I thought it was gonna like fall apart. Because of like how I figured that it was like put together. I was like, okay,
yeah.
oh damn, it's gonna fall apart somewhere. But that hoe, hey man,
Honestly, I
Solid.
looked at what before we even lit it. I was looking at it and I was just like, damn, this hoe is actually like put
Yeah.
together. Like it's not like I thought it would just be like a rusty backwood. But it was nice. It was nice though.
It was nice.
I wasn't expecting much, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly would genuinely buy it.
Okay, I love that response. Anything to add on to that?
they said it.
Okay, awesome.
that shit was good.
Okay, we'll come back for more. If you guys want to figure out how to get some rose blends, I'm going to link that in the description box. Check below. And I'm going to link all their socials below as well. If you want to find out music, some of them haven't dropped it yet.
Little slight SoundCloud maybe.
SoundCloud a little bit.
I just created all my music
I just got
accounts
Instagram.
a couple days ago actually, and I have some music that's already ready to drop.
No, just follow the social media for drops if you
Follow
haven't.
social medias. Links below. Okay. If you guys have any other questions, go ahead and leave comments below. If you want to see more content like this, also leave a comment below. Like and subscribe. Thank you guys again. Bye.
Man, we out there, hoe.
Okay.
Zim.
Cool.
Damn, bro, y'all niggas are inspirational.